Radio. Think we go. There we go. Yes. Right. Make sure we've got everything on my screens. Screens everywhere. Welcome. I'm Fiona Fernandez and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And all my details will be on the table when I put the camera over the table. If you don't know me, I do Stampin' Up! And that's what we're doing tonight, playing with the Stampin' Up! Products. I also do other things and I have Bifi handcrafts, so I do handcrafts. I just have a variety of things that I do because I don't like to just stick to one. Nice to have variety. I do a bit of ear. I didn't make my earrings, but I do make earrings, a few earrings. Bit of this, bit of that. So if you're joining me for the first time, welcome. If you're joining me again, welcome. I have a few people that like to join in and collaborate a little bit. I've got my camera in the way and I can't see my screen properly. That's not good, is it? Who's over there? Amanda. I have to change that. Let me just change that so that I can see you all properly. I've got a new setup, so I've got a camera where I'm looking at you right in front of me. Welcome, Amanda. Are you crafting tonight? I'm going to be crafting in a little bit. I'm going to use some of the Sale-a-Bration. So if you're not familiar with Stampin' Up!, they have Sale-a-Bration on twice a year now. So we're in the middle of a bit over a middle. July, August was Sale-a-Bration. This little brochure. And what it means is when you spend $90, you get to choose something for free out of here. And they've also got some extra things that you can choose from as well, which is really great. And sometimes it's $180 you have to spend to get that extra thing. So I'm going to be playing tonight with the Rings of Love Designer Series paper. Like this. There's some samples. They give you lots of ideas in the catalogues. Oh, you're resting. That's okay. Good-o. Good to have a rest and relax. And I'm mixing it up a bit with one of the new Sale-a-Bration items that they put on for August. So they're things that are in the catalogue already that you can buy. But if you spend $90, you can choose some of the embossing folders. Hi, Di. You crafting tonight? And this is one of them. It's the Timber 3D embossing folder. So that's one of the $90 sales. And I'll share my screen in a minute and show you a couple of things on the website too. So yeah, so some of the things, if you get them in the Sale-a-Bration items, just be careful not to put them into your, unless you want two of them, don't put them in to your cart. I'll show you on the website for a minute. No crafting tonight, that's okay. It's relaxation time. That's cool. Yeah, so just be aware of that if you're getting this. It will pop up as a reward in your cart when you put in $90 worth of goods. You'll be able to choose from things. So you'll choose them from there, not put them in your cart first. That's pretty easy once you're in there to work it out, but if you're not sure, I will show you that. And don't forget, the other thing is if you join it during August, you get this for free. And oh, I've got all the little bits here to show you. So that's the making plans. And it looks like this. It doesn't come with the stickies. I put them in extra, but it does come with a heap of stickers, which I don't have them all in here at the moment. Lots of stickers so that you can stick them on your pages. I have started using it a bit. I'm trying to get into it a bit more because I've sort of been using other diaries, but you don't just have to use it as a diary either. It's got the calendar there. It's got 18 months worth of calendar, diary paperwork, and it's got things like that in it. So you can, as you can see, I haven't filled out my purpose yet. I have to work out what my purpose is. My purpose is to inspire you and help you purchase your products or create things. So yeah, that's one of them. I'll have to fill that in later. So there's all sorts of things in there. They've got a whole section with different blank pages so that you can make them whatever you want them to be. And then it's got some harder, the divider pages are a bit firmer and they're shiny. So they look really nice. And then we got this one here that you can change where that goes. That just pops out of your book like that. I probably need to move that because we're not in July anymore, are we? We're in August, and I had it. You just pop it in the next one. So yeah, I've joined a group from Stampin' Up! Demos that are using these, and they're coming up with all sorts of ideas, which is fantastic. So there's lots of bits and pieces you can put in yourself. There's extra books. So I put one in the back there, and there's 3 of those. I've got all the extra pieces in these little folders here. This is how I'm storing mine. That's the extra books and all the bits of. Let's grab one out. A bit out. So I've kept all my spare sheets in there. There's all the stickers. I've got all sorts. I've used some of the other ones already. Or you can buy your own stickers and put other stickers in. Let's see how much is in there. It comes with a lot of stuff. It's fantastic. And the other great thing, which I bought, I'll just put them back in there, was in the catalogue, there's some things that sort of coordinate with it. Hi, Athena, welcome. Diana's got captions again. I cannot work out how to turn them off. If you go into your settings on your screen, on your video screen, is it in there? It used to be in there. Oh, that's interesting. No, I can't work it out. I've got my screen smaller. Hang on. Let me just have a look. Hide comments and reactions. No, what's that? Captions. Next to the settings cog, there's on my screen, I've got a little box with CC on it. And if I go in there, I can turn it off. Live captions and off. Have a look next to your little cog thing. I hope that helps. Let me just make you all smaller again so I can see the comments. Let me know if that helped. So the other thing that I've bought from the catalogue, and again, you could go through the catalogue and find lots and lots of things, you know. There's, I can't get my box open. Hang on. Just make sure it's a different one. I'm not sure which way it opens. Maybe it opens the other way. Oh, it's the other way. Never mind. It comes with this stamp set. You get that for free, which is really cool. So that's what it says on there. And you can make cards out of these. You don't have to just use it in a diary. The Magna board kit was really handy, and they had extra cards in them with the Magna board that I can use with the Magna board, but you could also use it, you know, in here if you wanted to. The other one was Today is the Day, Memories and More Card Pack. I have shown these before in other things, but I'll just show you this. Yeah, you got it. 3 dots on the top right after tapping the video screen. Great. So you set captions for yourself. So I discovered that in YouTube as well. You can turn it on or off for yourself. I tried turning it off so it wouldn't come up, but I don't always speak clearly enough. Yeah, so these little cards have got things like this in them. Look. They've got the days. They're all double-sided again. They've got real pretty little things. And again, you can make them, you can use them with the Memories and More photo album. There is a section in your catalogue for things like that if you want to do that sort of thing. Remember, things to remember, find joy in the journey. And some of they're just plain on the back. So they're really great. They're so versatile, you can use them all sorts of stuff. Everything is possible, even the impossible. That's from Mary Poppins. Colours on the back. So there's heaps of those. And then there's the bigger cards as well. So you get the smaller cards and the larger cards in all the Memories and More packs. And so you can use one of these. This one has stickers on it as well. It comes with lots of stickers. Really cool. Lots of numbers on that one. And there's little tags. So if you don't want to be die cutting stuff out, you can just buy these sort of things and pop them out and stick them on. Words on there. Look at this one. I love that. Oh, looks like I drew it, but I didn't. So lots and lots of good things in those cards. So I've put them in my box here. use. So with either my magnet board or my, what do you call that? The flammer. Use them with either. And of course, I can't get it in the packet because you're what? I'll just put that away. And remember which way to do it up. Okay, it's the opposite to the other ones. Pop all that down there. Yeah, what else have we got to tell you? I've got a couple of things. I'll just show you quickly. All good at your end? Good. That's good. I'll just share my screen for a second. I like doing this on Zoom because I can show you things. I'm just gonna make sure I share the right thing. Hang on a second. Let me just work it out. Okay, so promotions. Let's go there for a moment. Wait till that pops up on my screen. And so this is a promotion that's coming up. Perfect Partners. If you're on my mailing list, I've just sent an email about it tonight because it starts on the 1st of September for customers, but as demonstrators, so if you join Stampin' Up now, you can add things to your starter kit and then you can also purchase more of them if you want to in September or August and September. So as a demonstrator, we can order one of each thing at the moment. We can't order more than one. And as it goes to customers, you can buy whatever you like, providing they're available, of course. It does say there's available, I can't read it, it's too small. Available only for a limited time and while supplies last. So that is that one. Now, can you see that enough? So I'll just show you what's in that. I've bought this one here and I might use that tonight. So what it is they've brought out extra dies. So these stamp sets at the moment in the catalogues don't have the dies with them. So for this promotion, you get to buy them as a bundle. You can still buy them individually if you want to, but you can buy them as a bundle, which means you get 10% off, and the dies won't be available after September. So if you're interested in any of these particular ones, it's a good idea to grab them while you can. And this is another one. Just make sure I'm on the right screen there. Just move my thing out the way. Go a tiny bit bigger. Might be better, especially if you're on a phone. Now, I have, like I said, emailed them to my email list. If you want to be on my email list and you're not, please look me up or send me a message and I'll send you the link to subscribe. It is on my blog. They join my email list. There's a thing down the side of my blog. Right, has that gone bigger? Yeah. Okay. There's cute little pigs. Look at them. I didn't get them, but I've got the tree one as well. Tree trimming dies, and that's a lot of dies in that set. There's actually quite a lot in this one too, and there's a nice border in there as well. So that's the ones coming up. It's a waterfall one if you want to play with some waterfalls, and Yeti to the party. That's cute. All right, so that's that one. And the things that are current Sale-a-Bration items, like what is in the brochure that I showed you before. The seafoam envelopes and cards have gone. There's none of them left. So things do sell out. There's these embossing folders here that are still, I looked on the site tonight and they're still there. There's nothing else in the all gone bucket. And I saw an absolutely beautiful, beautiful project today in the Stampin' Up demonstrative Facebook page. It was so lovely. And it was made with this and another one with the, oh, now I can't remember what it was called. Let me think for a minute. Let's get a catalogue out. Hang on a second. I'm going to throw my catalogue before. Here it is. I'll tell you what the other one was. It was absolutely beautiful. Something that's been on my wish list for a while too. I haven't got it yet. I might have to after seeing that. It just made an absolutely beautiful Christmas decoration. Which one is it? The Grassy Grove bundle. It's called. Show you what that is in a minute. So the person used the aspen dye, tree dyes, with the Grassy Grove bundle, and it was beautiful. So I've got some of this brush metallic. We might try and use that tonight. And these little craft boxes are great little boxes. They've got clear windows in them and they are food safe. I bought the dots one. I don't know if you can see that. Look through that. Put it on my screen. I haven't used it yet. Obviously, I've cut it out and I haven't actually used it on a card. We might use it. Yeah, so there's a few things there. And if you need to get the brochures, I mean, you can look on the website. So we'll just quickly go look on the website. Hang on a minute. Let me go to there. Just got to find my website. I think it's that one. Right. So this is on the website. Let's get rid of my controls out of the way. There's a new kit out as well. So I'll just show you a couple of little things in there. You go into new arrivals. Let's check I'm catching up. You can click on that to see what's new. And this is in the customer website. So it shows you there's a new kit there. So that one just came out this week, today, I think. What's today? Yep, today. And Cozy and Bright's there as well. There's a few new things. The new here means they're part of the Sale-a-Bration. That's why they say new there. Okay, these are different item numbers for the Sale-a-Bration than what you normally get them in the website. So you can see all the things there that are new. All right, if you're looking for the kits collection by itself, there's a thing called kits. And you can just click on kits and that shows you all the kits in the kits collection. Hopefully. No, it should do. There they all are. You can just scroll on down. There's the magnet board kit I was talking about. It's really gorgeous. There's lots of kits in there to choose from, and the ones that are $21 don't have any stamping with them. The other ones, most of them do, I think. 33, and so they're the early ones that they had on. The one that I really wanted to get but haven't been able, they do sell out. So this one here, is it available at the moment? Oh, it looks like it might be available again. Oh, I might have to get that. I like that. So if you want a quick shop on there, you just go in, you can quick shop and it goes straight into your cart. Oh, it is there. Wow, I might have to put that in my cart. Let me just add it to my cart just so I can show you what to do with this Sale-a-Bration. Okay, it tells you your item has been put in there. And then I'm going to keep shopping and just go back for a second to another kit. Let's go and put one of these ones in. So you can just go quick shop like that. Add cart. If you want to buy more than one, change the number on there, of course. So what are we up to? Hang on, I'm going to move my face out of the way. We've got 2 kits. Okay. And let's go and look for the Grassy, what's it I call it? Grassy Grove bundle. So you can look in, you can shop by, they've done these new things here, the stamps, ink, paper, view all, or shop by. Let's go in there, shop by. You can go by colour or getting started. So there's lots of different ways you can shop. So if you just go view all, it brings up that list there. So I want to look for bundles because I'm looking for the Grassy Grove bundle. And I'm going to go stamp and die bundle because it's a stamp and die. If you're not sure, you can just shop all and just have a look through them all. So the Grassy Grove bundle has a beautiful tree sort of frame on it. Let's just, now this is the aspen one that we got in the Sale-a-Bration, the dies. You have to buy the stamps separately for that. Let's keep going. Page 2. Oh, isn't that cute? Look at the little cat. Too many things on the wish list. Oh, here it is, this one. See how it says Grassy Grove bundle? This is what the lady used. She used a couple of these dies with that other aspen one. It looks so beautiful. I'm just going to throw that into my cart just to show you. That's actually $99. So if you bought that on its own as a bundle, you would get a Sale-a-Bration item anyway. So this, so we go to our cart and it says, you know, Sale-a-Bration, you've earned free Sale-a-Bration items. Okay. All right then. So there's your checkout, and it gives you more to explore, and it tells you how much your summary is. So then you have to go and choose some Sale-a-Bration items. If we go checkout, it'll go, oh, it wants me to, I'll just do guest checkout for now. It is good. Oh, actually, no, I'll just sign in because it's good to sign in and make yourself an account, because then you've got your record of what you've purchased. So once you go there, you go, hooray, and freebies. Sale-a-Bration, and you can choose from here what goes in from the Sale-a-Bration. So you don't have to go and choose these things earlier. All right. So we get to choose, you can choose, it tells you if you can't choose anything. All right. It'll blank it out. Free with $90 purchase. What have we got there? Oh, actually, this not showing a heap, is it? Thought it would have more in there. Okay, well, maybe there are some things gone, but I didn't see that before. So I'm going to choose this one. That's one in there. And then, oh, I think I have to add it to your cart with a little cart. And then I can't choose any more of those because I don't have enough now. Okay. Did I get enough? Let me have a look. One selected. That's right, isn't it? Because if I spent 2 lots of $90, I have to spend $180. So if you're on 176 like that, I would add something else to it to do that. So you can just flick back to your shopping. Let me see, before shipping, I think you can go back to the shop. Hang on a minute. I haven't done this for a little while. Yeah, just click on your cart thing and you can go back out here, go to your special section and go to the clearance rack, because there's stuff in the clearance rack that's cheap. Okay, so I'm just going to click on that one because I can always use more of that and add it to my cart. Right, and then go view shopping cart. You can always slow this down if you want to go slower, if you need to go slower. Okay. And then we can, I think we can go in. Oh no, that's the learn more button. We have to go to checkout. So it should give me another one now because I've gone up to 182. Yeah, see how they're all black again? So you can go and choose something else out of there now. So I'll choose something. Yeah, look, a lot of the things are gone by the look of that. I didn't see that in the list. So I'm glad we came in here and had a look. Hey, all right, well, let's just choose that one. So we get that one. All right, now we can't choose anymore because we've used them up. And then you just go to continue. I won't continue because it'll have all my details in there. So you just hit continue and do the payment and stuff. All right, so I hope that helped if you're doing any shopping. And we'll get over to the table now and flick our camera. We'll replace the spotlight. There we go. Hi, Roz. I was just looking at the website and showing you how to shop. And discovered it looks like a few of the things in the Sale-a-Bration are gone already, looking in there. So if you're wanting Sale-a-Bration items, make sure you grab them. I thought it would say it in the inventory thing, but I didn't see it in there. I'm glad we did that. Are you crafting, Ross, or are you just relaxing tonight too? Fine, either way. Right, I've got my Rings of Love paper on the table, and I've got these two out. Look at the colours of those. Aren't they beautiful? Lovely. Lovely. I just got those two out at the moment, but so this was in the Sale-a-Bration. And I should just go back and see what was what was still in there. Rings of Love. This is still in there to choose from on the customer website. Wow, I wasn't expecting them all to be gone so much. Okay. These are lovely. Look at them. You do a lot of different things with this sort of thing. I haven't actually bought the dies that go with them because I didn't. I've got my timber embossing folder though, so I thought we'd use that. Put that up there because that goes with it nicely. And I've actually pulled out my, put those over there. My fish cut flowers. I just thought I got this one. So this is one of the new promotion next month. You can buy the stamps now. You can't get the dies until September if you're a customer, or a demo can get them. You're relaxing tonight? Good. Oh, hi, Wendy. Are you relaxing or crafting? Not that it matters. I'm just curious. Hope to inspire you, of course. This die set cuts out lots of things, apart from the stamps. Grab that out and you've got this gorgeous border as well. I'm like, oh, wow, what are we going to do with this tonight? Ooh. So I did wear a bit of, I didn't have, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me get the colour in my hand. I didn't have clothes that were specifically parakeet party, but I've got a little bit of green in there, look. Okay, I tried to match a little bit. I'm not sure yet. So because I put this shirt on, I of course then went and got out the Bermuda Bay and the Coastal Cabana. Thought, oh, maybe we'll do something with that. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. So these are the colours I picked out. So the back of these papers look like that. And then I had a thought. I'll just share a few thoughts. With this one, you could use the soft seedlings and the leaf fall embossing folder. Well, that could be a nice background too. Just a few ideas popping into my head. And I've got this on the table still. I've had this on the table for a while. I'm using it for different things. It's very handy. What else have we got on the table? I've got a few other bits and pieces out still. And of course, I've got my other cards that I did previously with this embossing folder that I've got out tonight, the timber embossing folder. Different ideas. We'll see what happens. Oh, you're relaxing. Everybody's relaxing. That's wonderful. I hope it's relaxing for you. Think what we're going to do. Ooh, okay. Well, just while we're all relaxing for a second, I'll just get my stamps out of here because I haven't put the labels on. I did labelling last week, and I actually did a new video last week too in my YouTube. Just put a bit of fluff on that so that I could update my labelling for you. If you need to go back to it sometime, you don't have to go rifling through one of my lives. You can go to my YouTube channel and just find the video there. It says labelling. Labelling your king stamps. Let's push that down. I do tend to do it in my lives like this, but it's good to have one, just a standalone little video. So I've been preparing for my online class in a couple of weeks, so that's been fun, and I've still got one project to finish. That's so exciting. Looking forward to that. So I do that on Zoom. If you're a customer, it's $30 to join in, or if you're at one of my team, it's $25. And I pre-cut everything. Ew, that was a good demonstration then, wasn't it? I dropped. I do pre-cut most of the paper and card and everything, and supply what you need, but you need your own stamps, inks, of course, and adhesives. This one is a big one. I'm going to go slow. So I keep on going down a bit lower, but I'm looking around the edges as I go. So I want to make sure I've got it lined up. Now we can breathe. Breathe again. All right. Let's get that bit off where I put a bit more fluff on it. I like to put a little bit of fluff on it so I can lift it back up. Which one are we going to use? Oh, look, there's only 4, so we'll just do them quickly. Don't know which one we're going to use. Then we'll have to pick a sentiment from somewhere. Out. Power labeling. Oh, that one was half off already. I have a card and copper planned for this weekend as well on Saturday, but at the moment I haven't got anyone booked in. So if you're interested in coming to Piedmont to do that, I do it at 1 o'clock, 1 till 3 in one of the cafes here. It's always very fun and relaxing. We use the kits for that, so purchase a kit from me. I have some kits available already. You don't have to buy them online if you don't want to. A few in my stash. Now, which one's this? Better make sure I put the right one on. All my events are in my website though. So here, FionaFernandez.stampinup.net. And there's a reference to them in the blog as well. Links. Looking forward to going to On Stage too. We booked that last week. It's going to be at the ICC again this year, so that's fantastic. Really looking forward to that. So that's an in-person event for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And we get to see the new catalogue coming out and get to pre-purchase things early and have lots of fun, do some stamping together and see some demonstrations. There's Jam Pack Day. Now this packet here, you can keep the end of this piece in case you need any more of that to label anything or do anything like that. I'm just going to put that over there. Oh, you're booked to go, Wendy? That's great. Yeah. I went to my first one just after I joined at the end of August in 2019. And that was my first on stage in November. And yeah, not long after that, we couldn't have them anymore. Never mind. We've been doing them at home. On stage at home. And just put my little tools there. Right, let's get some card out and decide what we're going to do. We're going to have to emboss something. What will I emboss? Okay. Oh, I love that. That is that would make some lovely Christmas cards, wouldn't it? I'm feeling I might go with these sides. I really love that. See, that's why I got out the parakeet party. This one, I got that out, and I also got out the brush thing. I need to play with that. So I did that fundraiser last year. Met a few of you through that. Just looking at the different colours here. So this is the brushed metallic cardstock. I'm just looking, this is still in the Sale-a-Bration section. I'm just looking on the website, the customer website, so I can tell you the right thing. There's that one. And then there's 2 darker ones. So there's 3 different shades. Dark, medium, light. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. I'm actually liking that one. Sort of got that tinge in there. I think I like the darkest one. I don't even know what I'm cutting with it yet. I might go the light one. Let's see, I just wanted to get it out ready to use. I might just turn a little bit off. When I'm using stuff like this, I trim off what I'm going to cut. I don't put it all through the machine. Try to keep it as minimal as possible. So I might use this one. I might even cut a fancy one with it, with this. Oh, I get off the thing. Oh, stuck on real good, look. So with these sort of things, I might put them onto a magnet board later. I buy magnets to put them on, see the sticky stuck to the back of that. So you want to get that off before you put it through your machine, okay? You might not be cutting this one tonight because I'll have to get that off. Let me find my eraser. Got a glue eraser, so I'm hoping that that works. To pull that off. They don't normally get stuck onto my dies like that. This is the first time it's ever happened to me. Always the first time, isn't it? No, it doesn't want to come off. I just have to roll it off. Right, we'll try a bit of sticky tape first. And if I can't get it off, then we won't use that tonight. I'll work that out later. Just put a bit of sticky tape on it. Let's see if that's not pulling it off either. It just doesn't want to come off tonight. I'm going to have to, the other thing I will try, that is, I'm going to heat it a tiny bit. I don't want to burn myself, but give it a little bit of heat for a second. I got some glue off something the other day. It lifted it off for me the other day with some labels I was removing. Not these labels. Oh, you can lift your label off too with a heat gun. Very, very, very carefully. Oh, sorry. I'm having trouble getting it. Hang on a sec. Yeah, I thought it eucalyptus oil, but I haven't got any handy. Not in here. Just turn that around. I'll just move this out of the way for a minute. What we'll do is put that over there. We'll work out how much we want. I think I'll just cut a strip off out there. I'll get that out of the way. Okay, we'll just put that over there. Try this for a second. Yeah, I had some of the labels I was removing and yeah, it worked really well. Just heated it a little bit. Before you know it, it's coming off. I think it will come up all right once I, yeah, I'll try to get more sticky tape stuff on there. Do it on the table though. That's contact. Yes, yeah, that's coming up a bit now. That worked. Got to get it started. There we go. There we go. I knew it would come off. It was just a matter of getting the end up. Tiny bit sticky just there, but sticky tape on that. Lift that off. That's much better. Okie dokie. Oh, thank you. I saw that thumbs up. Good little trick, isn't it? Very handy. Only I'd known that years ago. Would have been helpful. Okay, let's go back to our little piece of stuff here. So I'm going to die cut. Look at my dice. I'll die cut that one. What else have we got in this packet? Oh look, we'll just die cut a few. Okay. Turn that over that way. And put another one there. And what else have we got? Some little flowery bits here. Look. I try and get as much on as I can when I'm doing this. Close together. All right. I'm going to go to there. And then I'll just move that one out of the way. It. So that I'm not putting the whole lot through. We might get our little mini out tonight. I'll put that on top of my silicone mat. And I've got a new set of plates to use. Exciting. That's what they look like when they're new. They're clear. Yeah. I won't use both of the new ones. I'll use the older. I think I'll just use one of the new ones. I'll keep cutting on this one for now and use this as my top one. All right. We'll just pop that in there. We'll just cut out a few bits and pieces. Which way did I have that? Uh-oh. Can't remember. It was that way. Oh no. I had it on a second ago, all right, didn't I? I think that one was there, wasn't it? I can't remember which way I had it. That way. Here we go. It's like a jigsaw puzzle sometimes. And you know, I was doing this the other day for my class. And it's amazing how the difference it makes. I mean, I think maybe I could have done it better, but it is amazing. You just turn them around a bit and you'd be surprised you can get so much more out of it. Just got to fiddle with them a bit. Okay, so we've got to try and keep these nice and straight down the sides here, but not lined up at the ends. It's a bit thicker, that cardboard. Ooh. I think it went through all right. Let's have a look. It will mark your board. It will mark your plate a little bit. Okay, let's check before we pull everything up. Make sure they're coming out. They're okay. They're coming off. Yep. They look like they're coming out. If they don't quite come out, you can put your dies back on them. This one looks all right. It sort of looked like it wasn't, but it is. Yep, that's coming out. And that one's coming out. That one's coming out. Yep, they're all coming out. Okay, I'll just put them over to the side for a second. And just put these back on. Don't lose them. Okay, there's lots of different ones in there. Look, you've still got some other flowers here too, but I don't think I'll use them at the moment. You may use the other ones to cut out a flower. Okay, now we'll die cut that other piece that we went to all the trouble to do that one on here too. So again, I'm going to trim this down again so that I'm only using what I need on here. So out of the way. And we can do a little mini over. There. So that works out, there we go, to the width of that, which is 15.2, 2 to 3. And we want it to be, I'll go to 1.5. Now I'm just looking at that and thinking, hang on a minute. This is designed to go on the edge of a page, I think. You could do that on the edge of a whole paper. See how it's, you're going to just cut the holes out here. I'm going to do it on a strip like this. Show you what it looks like anyway, but yeah, you could do it on the edge of a plain piece of paper or whatever paper you like. But I'm going to go on the edge like that. So that we end up with a panel. Radio. Line that up. Moved a bit. I think it's straight. I think it's straight. So. Hard when you're doing it one-handed. Keep this long. I just hold my hand on like that so it doesn't jump when it comes out, because I'm actually going to go back on this one. But it's still staying in the right place. I moved everything. Yep. Things are looking crooked. Let me check my screen. How do we go? Not too bad. Okay. Out of the way. A little. Those. No, you could, if you want, well, you know how I am. I don't always think about this, but with those adhesive sheets, and you'll be happy to know I have used them for my class this time. You could put some on the back. I'm not sure how to go with the little tiny pieces because I haven't tried it. You can keep those little tiny pieces if you want to, and then use them as bling, even with a bit of glue. Like, I'm just going to keep them in my little box there for now. I always in the die cutting off into the box, but that worked out really well. Look, and you've got your little brush to get through the edges of it. This does come with a foam mat as well, so you can use it on here. Just run your brush on like that, although they were coming out really well. So I like that as a nice decorative border. I'm going to keep this one in my little thing as well. You can trim the ends off and use that on something. And you want to get all the little holes out of this as well before you put it away. Put all them in there. Lovely. And we won't stick that back in the packet yet because I don't want to get it stuck again. I'll get a piece of magnet out and put it on there. All right, now I've got little bits of gold everywhere. That's okay. Lovely having gold everywhere. It's pretty small, yeah. I'm not sure how they go on the adhesive sheet. But I guess you can do really thin stuff on the adhesive sheet, so it might work okay. Right, we've got that out, we've got that out. Let's get this back out. And let's get some, I don't know, let's just chop up some cardstock. I'll use this as a base for one of them anyway. I think I'll use that as the base anyway. Not really sure. I want to be the base. And we'll go to 14.8.5. So pretty, that colour. And I'll go up here and score. Just remember, don't cut it, score it. Now, I don't know why, when I score at the top, for some reason, I must move the card. I don't know what I'm doing. I must go to the wrong place. I think I went one ahead. Yeah, I think I did. I put a line down this end of my board so that I line my card up right on the 10.5. I've done that before when I go up there, so maybe I better add another line up there. A little chalk marker. 10.5. So that I don't keep doing that. Right. So what I'll do is I'll just turn it over so that the exit, you could trim it off if you wanted, but I'll just leave it like that. It'll be all right. When you open it up, I mean, I think I'll make it this. Oh, I haven't decided which way we'll make the card yet. So we'll do that one. What do you think? Let's do two at the same time again. What colour will we pick for the other card? Does anyone want to pick a colour? Do one card with this colour as the base. See, that's even in here, look. I feel like I want that with that card. So what card colour do we want for that? Got all sorts of colours. Do we want to go with the pale? What's that colour? That's Pool Party. Do you want to do Pool Party? Do you want to do a bright red? Do you want to do a blue? I did blue last week, so I was trying to stay away from blue this week. Now we want to use some of that gold on there. What will we do? What colour will we do? And I want to do some embossing on my, we've got to emboss something too. Right. Haven't got any colour ideas yet? In there and grab some colours off my sideboard. You know what we could try embossing? A bit of that brushed foil. I'm willing. Brilliant. Do a bit of this. I'm going to emboss, not the whole piece. Although I could cut it up and use it, couldn't I? I could cut it up and use it. Other things. How big is this? That's the whole piece wide. Look at that. Go to 14. I could do it that way. We'll just go 14 by 14. Curry. Ooh, yellow. Let me see what I got on the table already, but I can go and get something else out. got Daffodil Delight. That's out already. I don't know if that is Daffodil Delight. What colour is that? Hang on. Let me find my paper that I just hid. Colour in it. That said crushed curry. Poppy Parade. That was another one. Mint Macaron is the other colour. It wasn't Pool Party. It's close. Let me get some crushed curry and we'll see what that looks like. Here's the crushed curry and the Poppy Parade. Oh, I think I like Daffodil better. Although that would go, the crushed curry goes better with this other one. You might use both of them on that one. I like that one. It's already got that in it. All right, well, how about we go with, seeing as we've got yellows and reds, we'll go red on this one and the crushed curry on the other one. How's that sound? While I'm cutting cardboard. Try and score this one properly this time. Right, on those 10.5. It's a bit better, but it's still a tiny bit off. Maybe it's just me. Oh, what I'm doing there. That's that colour. That looks quite nice on there, doesn't it? Okay. All right, let's move this. Now we need the big one, the big baby. This one for this. Move that over there. And to take those out, use this from before. And we're using an embossing folder. I'm just going to emboss this. Just make sure it's sitting right in the folder. Oh, that might look really pretty. We'll see in a minute, won't we? Have I got in the right way? Oh, it doesn't matter. It'll still look nice, whatever way. You ready? I love doing embossing reveal. Stuck to my embossing folder. Ta-da! Ooh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, that's so nice. Wow, and that's what the back looks like if you're doing it on white. Wow, cool. Don't forget this was brushed foil, so it's, you know, you don't get to see the brush in it anymore, but it does look really nice. Love that. Work out what we're going to do with it now. Looks so pretty. I don't want to cover it up. All right, let's stamp some things and we'll come back and put it all together. Ooh. All right, I'll put that up there. Out of the way. Okay, let's move my papers and my cards over to the side for a second. Over there, thank you. Find some card. We'll stamp a few things. We'll at least leave that there so you can see it. So pretty. Wow. a bit of cardboard out. I'll just trim a bit of this off. That make me think. If I do 2 middles, I'll do first. I don't always cut my middles first, do I? No. I'm getting used to doing that. Make them all at the same time. Right, so that's that piece, and then we've got that little piece to put in our box. So that's our middles. And then we'll just use this one to stamp on, I think. And we'll stamp, I think if I cut it, I've got these stamps here. If I cut the stamp, I want to see what they look like. How do we go for fitting them on? Let's have a look. 10.5 there, yeah. I was just wondering whether to cut it in half, but maybe we won't worry about that. Fit them all on and stamp them all. And then cut them out. Yep, okay, I'll cut it. It's a really interesting one. It's all black. I'm like, I mean, what colour to do that one? Let's have a think. You know what we might need for this one? A little stamparatus. Out. You make that soft there. Hi, Jizka, welcome. Having fun here. Go and get rid of that piece off there. Put that up there. Right, I'm going to put this one down here. I'm just going to place them on. We don't have to stamp them all at once, do we? I'm going to be die cutting them out, so there's die cuts for all of these. Now don't lose your little magnets, so I'll just put that there. Okay. I'll just use my memento. Not sure what I'm doing with them yet, whether I'm colouring them or what I'm doing. It's a very fine stamp. Give it a good push, push, push. Okay, so I've used the stamparatus because I wanted to make sure I've got a really good, and I feel like it's not quite. See that? I'm not sure if I can zoom in while I'm on here. No, I can't. I can't zoom it, sorry. We'll do it one more time. Bring it up a bit. Look. That's what it looks like at the moment. Just going to do it again. Better. All right. So that gave me a much better finished stamp. Wipe that off. Take that one off. Back in the box. I'm just going to stamp all of them because why not? And then we can just cut it out One can go there. One can go there. That one can go up there. All right. Let's just do one at a time. Stamp. Not sure what colour to do that one. Or whether we do something different with that one. Well, that one worked out okay. Has anyone used these stamps before? Really good push down. Hopefully we get all our ink off. That one worked out okay. Oh no, that one could use a little bit more. Do that one again. Not yet. Okay. That just gives it that nice real, fills in those little gappy bits. The edge of that so I don't get it all over me. All right, now I've got to think about this other one. I feel like this one needs something else, not a solid black flower. I'm wondering whether to do it in some embossing. Has anyone got any ideas? Open to ideas. Put all that up there. Let's just think about that one for a minute. Chat about it. I'll just put him down there. Yeah. In the corner for a second. And we'll cut these ones out. So I'm going to, I don't know if I can cut them all at once, but I'm not going to have all that card there. Cut around them a little bit. So that I'm not putting that piece through. It's a nice stamp, yes, they are very nice stamps. I'll just bring this one back over. Nice. We've got that one. That one. I love that little stand. That's really cute. That'd be nice just on our card. So we've got outlines for all of these. It's just great. And the other one. Now let's see if we can do it all at once. Oh. Okay, so I don't know who, yep, this one does it. Okay, so what I've learnt from listening to other people, watching videos, is in there, if you can see down in there. Let's see if I can lift that up. You see in the hole there? You can see the little black stem. I know it's going in and out of focus a little bit, but the little black stem shows through that hole. And so you know you've got it in the right spot there at the bottom, okay? Should be right in the middle of it. I'll keep moving it over the other side a bit. And again, you can use stickies if you want to. I like being able to see through them. Just position them on your things as best you can. And have some concentration time. I'm going to give it a whirl anyway, hey. Be good when they get that magnet board back. Magnet plate would be nice, wouldn't it? I didn't buy one last time and then they didn't have them out at the moment. Okay, I think that's okay. Where's my plate? All right. This is the tricky part. I put my plate on and then I go bam. Straight down with your hand. And I'll hold the plate like that, right up until it goes through. I don't think we need to go back the other way at all. So just do that. Off. Can I do it? Oh, yeah. There we go. And we've got pieces. So that one looks like I went off this side a tiny bit. But I'm okay with that. It looks nice. That one, all the little bits pop out of it. That's a nice one too, isn't it? There we go. See, we're making lots of cards. So I won't make lots. Well, I will. But it's good because I'm building up my stash to sell at my market store. I know I've got a way to go yet, November, but I've got to get a lot of Christmas cards done between now and then too. All right, so that's cutting out those ones. And then we've got to decide what we're going to do with that other one. Does anyone have any thoughts? Embossing might be nice. Just trying to think, if I emboss it as a solid. Not sure. All right, let's throw that up there. We can play with that in a minute. Yeah. All right, I'm going to try and curl this back the other way a little bit because it's sort of gone rounded. So I'm just going to use my bone folder. Just sort of in midair. Scrape it up a bit like this. This helps to straighten out the sides. The other day we did something like this, but it wasn't this long. It was a bit. Curl it back the other way a bit. And the other thing you could do, I just keep thinking. I don't know if you can stamp on this. I've never tried. Let's try. See if we could, not on this one. Let's see if we can stamp on a piece. Oh, look, we just happen to have exactly the right piece. Maybe stamp in green. Ooh. Maybe stamp on a gold sheet. I'll try green in a minute. Okay. Try some stays on there. I wipe that off. I haven't used them. So that was the other thing I forgot to do before, wasn't it? Forgot to wipe them. So that could be why I needed to just re-stamp them before. You shouldn't really need to do that. Ooh, look at that. You could actually not put so much ink on it and have a bit of texture going. Look, if you want to. I'm just going to keep going. Get a bit of ink in there. Very black. Lovely. See what happens. Oh, you've used the StazOn and the gold foil, have you? Good. Ooh, that went interesting. Maybe I pressed too hard, did I? It looks a bit funny. But look, you know what? When you say that, it's art anyway, so really. I'm going to try it again. I might have pushed too hard on that. Or we just end up with it. Sort of sticks to it, doesn't it? That is very interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that because I don't want to mess it up. And it's just going to be like that. And I'll die cut that out when it's dry. Washer. This is the StazOn cleaner. I'll just use an old washer. Clean my stamps off when I'm doing this. Make sure you get it all off. Get it all off. In saying that, did I get it all off? Yeah. That down there. All right. Now, what was the other colour? Green. Green, somebody said. Die cut or leave it as is. Oh, I don't know yet. We'll have to have a look in a minute, won't we? I mean, I centered it onto the piece quite nicely. It's still quite wet. And I was thinking you could even die cut it out and then emboss it, but you know, we're getting carried away now. Depends on the embossing too. All right, let's do this one. That in the right spot. That one there, so we can die cut that one. put our magnets on. Just remember, don't get your magnets too close together. Right, now what colour did you say? Green. Do we want the parakeet party green? Or will we go, I don't know, what other colour greens have we got in there? Depends which card we use it on. This one's got some darker greens in it. We've got both. We've got Evening Evergreen as well. So what about we try Evening Evergreen first. All over me. That's half the fun, isn't it? All over you. I've moved down the table too far. Sorry if I was doing stuff off camera. We can get all the ink off that. Try that again. Stand up and give it a good push. That's better. Now we've got a nice solid stamp. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. Keep having thoughts. I had another thought just then. I should try it in a minute. I make a card soon. Good when you can't quite work out what you're going to do to have a few options on the table. I'm just going to do another one that way. Don't want to waste too much cardboard. Look, stuck my scissors. Little scissors. Right, I am going to use first of all, I'm going to wipe my stamp down. Try a bit of that. Ooh, now that one's a little bit squishy, but I don't mind. Maybe there's a bit of mossy matter. I'm just going to do it around the edges a bit. Sort of, if I can. It's harder when it's on the Stamper Artist to do this. I should have gone to the bottom of that, not the top. Oh well. We'll see what happens. It's harder doing it like this. When I have it on an ink block, a stamp block, I can sort of get to more spots on it. It's a bit harder this way. So you could use your markers too, which I might do because that's not going quite the way I planned. meadow in your markers. Wipe a bit off. That bit there. I wanted that more coming up from here. So you can draw on your stamps like this with the markers. Don't use your blends because they're alcohol based. Just to get a bit of extra colour going. This will be very interesting. I don't like that piece there. Go over that. Alrighty, that'll do. And then in case the other bit's dried a bit, just breathe on it a bit. Give it a bit of a breathe some life into it. Hi, Jill. Die cut. Oh yes, I already read that bit, haven't I? Just experimenting a bit, Jill. With various things. We've got a whole lot of little pieces going on over here. Actually, I'll put that one there. I'm just trying this. Ooh, look at that. Wow, love it. Yes. I do like that. Move that so I don't get that on anything. Get my other shimmy up. Really, that one. And it's not quite wet enough. Green paint everywhere. I'm wearing a green top. Oh, I like the look of that. I really like that. I love doing stuff where it gets the different tones in there. So I was wondering what on earth I was going to do with this stamp. And there we have it. Done something with it to clean that up a bit more after. Right. Stamp and scrub into that, won't we? So I'll just pop that onto a block. And around there. I really like that. It's just moving off. Just get this out for a second. Little clean. There we go. Important to clean your stamps properly. Otherwise, they won't stay nice. And up there. Table. Oh, it was fun. Trivia. Did you win? Did you win? Okay, let's die cut this one out. Oh, let's get the little mini back up here. Okay, there's my little dies. What did I do with the dies? I hid them under the markers. Why those boxes are so handy. Back up on the bench. Right, that's the right one. Line that up on there. Make sure you got your little stems in down here. Came forth. Oh, okay. Oh, oh well. Must be good at it. Must be very trivial, Jill. Good fun, isn't it? Trivia. Right, so there we go. We've got that one. In. And then we'll just do this one. So you think we'll leave this one plain? I think you're right. I think we'll leave that one on there because it adds more feature to it. The story of your trivial life, Jill. Wow. Good fun. Good fun. And center this right. Okay. Move your tools out the way before you wind your handle. So you don't gouge your fingers. You have lots and lots of little pieces to play with. Another one. Oh, look at that. Look, you could even layer them. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with them. My board. Oh, come off. Okay. On there. All right. Not throw that away. So what have we got? Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Let's get all this out. So one of the ways I get this out especially when it's gold like this, I turn it over to push on it rather than pushing on the gold part. It's not too hard, this one. It's coming out pretty good. Sometimes I push it down in like that, and other times I hold the piece that I'm trying to get out and I push the other bits away so that it's coming away from it like that. I usually do it up the right way, but like I said with this one, I want to push on pieces, so I don't want to push on the gold. Right, there we go. Oh, look at that. Lovely little panel. You can keep these sort of bits and do the masking with them too. Right, we've got a couple little flowers there. You can use them as little blingy things. Now this one's got the little, let me come up a bit higher. It's got the bits in it like this. Now you can leave them in there if you like them, the texture in them, because it actually adds something to it. I'm not sure. I might just leave them in there for the moment because I quite like the look of that. We've got this piece and we've got all of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to colour them in because we've got so much colour going on already over there. We've got this piece here. Ooh, it's all coming together. And we've got that card. And we've got this card. We've got two insides to go inside our cards. And we've got this paper. This paper. And we've got to cut some crushed curry. Not sure what we put in the crushed curry on yet. On that one, or we put on that one, or we put on both. Ooh, decisions, decisions. Look at that. Okay, Now, I don't think we'll do anything else to that one. It's drying fairly well. We'll leave it a bit longer. Not sure about that one. We could put a piece of this on, couldn't we, and make it the highlight. Like we've got that on the black. Well, that's nice on there too, isn't it? Oh, we won't use all of them. We'll just decide in a minute which ones we'll use, but I might use this one on there. Not sure. I'm just not sure. Okay. Oh, throwing dyes all over the place here. Right, let's put the dyes away for a moment. Over here, so we're out of the way. All right, so we'll just have to cut some paper, DSP. I like the look of the white on the gold. White, as in white this or white? Sorry, which one did you mean? Love the look of the wood grain in the gold. Yes, so do I, Jill. Like the look of the white on the gold. So was that one of these that I had sitting on the gold? So that's Evening Evergreen. And this one was a mixture. So we'll call that one the mixture green. The white flowers on the gold. These white flowers. Sit that there for a second. I shall just cut some design series paper down. Oh, look now, look, you've got the gold, the red, and the crushed curry for that. Not the green. Got it. All right, now, I think I want a bit of yellow in it. So the crushed curry is sort of not over the whole page here. I'm not sure. I think I'll go, actually, maybe if I go that way. That way. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do it that way. Okay, we've got to put a sentiment on here. What is it? 10 or 11? My goodness gracious. I must have talked too much at the beginning. The mix or the white. Okay. Likes the mix. I think we're just going to have to play with it in a minute and see what they look like. Right, let's have a piece of, oh no, I like this one better. It's got more yellow. More yellow. Keep your little pieces for something else. Use that one. Over there. We don't have to use the whole piece of the DSP. We could just change it up and use a bit of this and a bit of that. I'm just cutting them to this size, but I can cut them down further. Over there. Oh, we've got to cut this yet, haven't we? Okay. If that one goes on there, and that one goes on there. Love that. So, oh, they're so pretty. Let's see what this looks like. You know, you could even stick it on top of the. We even put that on top. Although, you know, we could have kept one of them. We could have kept one on white, on a white background, and put it. Mm-hmm. I think I'm liking this with this. Maybe we'll just cut a bit of it off. and have one edge of it. You know what I've done, don't you? I've cut this to 14 instead of 14 and a half. So we'll have to cut this one down. I feel like I want to put that down the side there, like that. And I'll trim the top of this one. And then we could perhaps put, oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I haven't used this either. Just play with a bit. Down that side. Let's see what this looks like on top of there. Do you like that? Now, the other thing we could do is use a bit of vellum with this design on it. So you can see the paper through it. I don't want to cover up all that paper. I feel like this one's busy enough to cover a bit of it up. Maybe we should put that one in the centre. That on it. Sitting real flat. What about that? What about that one in the centre? And then I can cut this down rather than cutting that down. There's a thought. We won't really need those, will we? A bit of wood grain, then the border. Oh, don't know what you mean. Sorry. I'm not sure what you mean. Look, you could even put that on top of that. Oh, so much you can do with these. Bit of wood grain. Which border? I don't know which border you mean. The other thing is we could cut the wood grain and make that a border and have this inside it. Couldn't we? Too many variations, too many options. Let's just play over here for a second. Not really liking that on there. Wood grain on the left edge, then the border piece with the holes. This piece. You're talking about wood grain on the left edge. The left edge. This is it's like one of those communication activities, isn't it? Wood grain on the left edge, then the border piece with the holes. So put the wood grain on the left edge, is that what you mean? And then have the, hang on, let's see what that looks like. I think I know what you mean. Maybe. And the border piece over there, is that what you mean? But do a bit more wood grain. Is that what you meant? I could turn this one into a bit of wood grain and put that down that side. Would you want to see the red through the holes? And then that could be there. Actually, that looks quite nice. No, up against the wood. Oh dear. Maybe we better zoom Diana in. No, I'm just joking. Up against it. Sorry. Let's see if Fiona can interpret properly. Up against it like that. What do you mean? And then the flower. Like that. Have I got it? Have I got it? And I'll just trim the edges off this a bit. What was the matter? What was that for? Oh, dear. Yes. It's good fun trying to work it out, but it's like, oh, did I get it right? Then we could, it's all coming together. I don't know about that other card yet, but hey, this one's happening. Look at that. It's just got to feel right, you know. Okay, so I foolishly cut the wood grain piece to 14 when I was cutting it, but never mind. We can cut this one down. So let's cut this down to 14. Do that over here, because that's what the wood grain is. Right. Oh, phew. Okay, so if I do that one, now I could probably cut this off. I don't have to stick the whole piece on the card and cover it up. So if you don't want to waste your piece of, they get lost a bit. Yeah, a little bit, but they're not too bad. Unless I come over a bit more into there. Let me cut this piece down. Let me just cut the end off that. Because it's got to line up right. I did that on the trimmer and now it's not quite right. Right, where's 14? We'll trim the other one off. They get a bit lost. Okay, could just be on the screen. Could be. If I bring that in a bit further there, sort of halfway across the card, then you won't lose your flowers so much, will you? Yeah. I mean, I could colour the flowers in. I like them black and white. I do like black and white sometimes. I like colour. I like black and white. That's why it makes it so hard. I like a lot of things. I sort of like it like that. I mean, we could bring it, one of these in underneath. Yeah, hang on. We could put the dark one over the top. I think that one's wrong for that one. We could even put that underneath a bit more. Just have that leafy bit showing. Or I could go up a little bit higher. Pull it out to the side. So that's there, the edge of it. Let's play a little bit more. Okay, if I go to there, very technical, just stick your fingernail in it and trim it off, and we'll have a look at that. one's there. Now, because I've brought that in a bit, I'm going to trim this bit down. Okay, so 14 was, what do we got? 8. We want to take off another 3. We want to go to 9.7. So that we bring it in a bit more. That'll go there. And then if we put that there, let's grab something. Let's grab something else. What colour have I got? I've got some red ribbon. You know what? You could put some red ribbon. No, that's the wrong red. I think it's the wrong red. Darn. That looked like on there. Ooh. It's not the right red. That's Poppy Parade and this one's real red. The other thing we could do, what have I got there? This. Parakeet Party. Less is more with that background. Crazy, isn't it? We'll have to put them up a bit more like that. So we don't want to lose that frame though, do we? Maybe I shouldn't be using the big one. Maybe we could be using the small one. We'll just have a look for a second. All right, let's put them down. Let's stick them on there. We don't want ribbon around it, do we, before I stick it all down? You know what I'm like. I forget to put the ribbon on. No, I think we'll just put that over there. Okay, let's do it. We'll get this one done anyway. I don't know if I'll get the other one done. Look how pretty that is. Oh, look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Swap it around. Just joking. I like this. I'll have to do another one another day. This one. I know, it is a shame, although I could colour the white ribbon in. With Poppy Parade. Oh, I don't know if I've got any Poppy Parade blends. Might have. I haven't got all the blends. Can I put that on right? I keep doing it flat on the table and I put too much up the top and not enough down the bottom. Because I'm not looking at it sort of straight up. Let's put that in at the same time. Move my edges up. I'm just going to put that in. Now, with this one, I'm not going to use, no, hang on a minute. I don't know whether I'll use liquid glue on this because it can make the gold go a bit funny. So just be careful using, like even on this one, I'm going to have to be careful. I prefer to use liquid glue, but I don't think I will. Went way off the thing then. Fold it back over on itself. I could have used that for sticking the other bit on, couldn't I? Just fold those little bits back over onto themselves. Come off the edges. Right, I'm going to line it up on this side first. I guess that's where it does help having the paper underneath it, because you can just line it up on the paper. Nice and flat. And this one. Going to use this again. So this is your Stamp and Seal Plus. You can run it on this silicone sheet a bit to get it working. It's not working. And I'm going to go off the edge a little bit there because I don't want it to show through the holes. I did go down a bit there. Whoops, daisies. Don't drop it on your card like that. Oh, that was close. It's double-sided sticky. Okay, this end I did go a little bit close to my holes there, so I'm just going to pull that off them. And it's very thin, so you can just fold it back on itself like that. And then this side, I'll just get that off, whatever that is. Something I picked up when I dropped it. Cut the strip from the red card, of course, yes. Or use the ink pad. Oh, thank you, everybody. Some days I'm just not thinking. The other way to do this is to do it on your silicone sheet like this and fold it back on itself. Okay, because it's not going to stick to the silicone. All right, it's much quicker that way. I have some good idea. Gave you a fright. Gave me a fright. Thought we were going to have gold across the top then. Well, you know what happened. I'm just going to bring this little tool in here in camera. Just want to stabilize that because I want to get it right in tight. It's going to be covered up anyway, so a lot of it. Whew, I can all breathe again now. A little bit of glue out there, like that. So why? Because I didn't trim that little piece off there. It's not the end of the world. I just don't like having it there. I'm just going to poke at it a bit and get it to go underneath. Or you could get a scalpel and cut it off, which may happen yet. Yeah, that's better. That looks pretty. Thank you, everyone. What a team. Right, okay, let's think. So we want the red on there? Yes, sounds like we want red on there. Let's think. A strip of red sounds like a good idea. I'll just see if I've got a blend first, before I cut that off. I'll just see what ends I've got. Red. Ta-da! And I've got now. Where's my white ribbon? I just dropped all of the ribbon all over the floor. Oh well. Never mind. I'll pick it up later. Okay, I've got a new one of these. Love this stuff. This is the white seam binding ribbon. I usually squeeze it a bit like that to get my scissors under that plastic bit there. Let's see how this goes. It's not as wide, I suppose. It depends how wide we want it. Do we want the red strip that wide or wider? This one is about 6-7 millimeters, and that other red ribbon I had was a centimetre, I think. Centimetre goes to there. If we want the wider, that's okay, Athena. Thank you. See you later. I could use the red. Get a bit of colour out. Strip off and we can have a look. Quicker to do it this way. Okay, so that's what it's like with the red card. I think that might look all right, you know. But if you want this sort of look, then you can colour in your, get a piece of it in the paper. Colour a bit in. What we think. Maybe like the narrow one. Alrighty. Give that a bit of a treatment. Look at that. The only problem is it'll be a bit wet. Just wave it around. I don't want to get red on everything. Let's see if it's dry. You know, just touch it. Alcohol based, so it doesn't take long to dry. It goes right through the whole thing. Oh, back in its little box. Okay. Now with this one, if we need. Oh, Wendy likes the red card. What are we going to do? We're going to have a look in a second. Okay, let's put the red, this one behind. I would trim that off afterwards if I use that. So the question is, do we want to use the little flowers with the green, Or do we go the big and the gold? I like the little gold things. Although in saying that, we could use one of those. The ribbon won't stay still. It's gone all stiff now. Narrow ribbon looks great. Oh, thanks, Wendy. That's so funny. All right. Do we go those ones or do we go the big one? All right, let's just move that out of the way for a second and see what that looks like. Right, oh, let's think about that for a second. Get a sentiment out here. Woo! What sentiment will we use? Okay, what goes with this card? Something nice and wow, which one are we doing? You make my life happier? Or what else have we got? What else have we got sitting on the table? We've got hello. What do you think? You make my life happier or hello? We could do thinking of you. Get a piece of cardboard. Hang on a minute. Just use this piece and let's do that while we're thinking about that. I think that one will have to wait. Sorry, little card, you'll have to wait. Right, what size sentiment piece do we want? Is it a big hello? Not really. It's that big. It's that big. Out of the box, I'm sure I'd lock that up. It's that big. I quite like the smaller flowers, although I don't know, I can't decide. There's that one. So grateful. I like these stamps. For you? I'm not putting them all on there. I'm just having a look. What's the other one? Thinking of you is the other one. But I used that the other day. About no sentiment. Okay, I'm okay with no sentiments. They're so pretty, aren't they, those stamps? You can always add your sentiment later too, when you decide what you want to use it for. Alrighty, let's get some. Oh, what did we decide? The thick or the thin? That was the thick. That was the thin. No, I think I like thin. Stick some ribbon on. Now, I'm going to use the tear and tape for this. I'm pretty sure this is the same width. If it's, oh, it's just a tiny bit wider. Dang it. I do cut ribbon, tear and tape in half sometimes. Although the other thing we could do actually I'm thinking is maybe we should just use that other stuff. Hey, and then fold it over like we did before. Okay, I might cut this down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Error code. Something went wrong with this one. Did I lose anybody? Because mine just came up with an error. In with the big flower. Wow, my Facebook just went, error. Must be time for bed. Is it Facebook? Probably is, you know. All right. He's still here. I was a bit worried there for a second. Like, oh no. Yeah, that's going to be tricky if I don't put the glue on it first. Yeah. Yeah. Because it stretches a bit. It's not going to go the way I want it. Well, then cut it too short. Let's put it on here. Put it on. Do it that way. Okay, let's try. Where's my stuff? Oh, what's happened to my stuff? It's gone off the side of the rails. It's gone off the rails. Off the rails. Oh, funny, look at it. Ah. Okay, don't panic. It's all right. I'll just fold it all over on itself. Do 1/2 first. That went messy. It's just a bit fiddly. Should have stuck to the other plan, hey? Cut the tear and tape in half. This doesn't want to do what I want it to do. Get in there though. I'm just folding it up on itself. Right. Over there. And then we've just got to do the other end. And then we're nearly done. Right, let's try that again. Trying to go down one side so we wouldn't have all that drama. And then that was a bit weird. It's a bit painful, isn't it? taking ages, sorry. I understand if you've got to go to bed. Late one tonight. Who said that? Yeah. Some nights just don't go the way you plan. You know, 2 quick cards. It's all a part of the process, though, isn't it? It's not just about being quick. Well, not for me anyway. Right, now I don't recommend you use that glue on your ribbon again, not on the narrow ribbon, I reckon. Go with plan A. But I'll fiddle with it to get it right because I've started it. Okay, let's get that bit off the table. That's sticky. Some of those bits have come back out. It normally just folds back on itself really well, but not tonight. Because I want it to. I'll just trim them off. I can clean my scissors later. Keep folding back out. Anyway. I think you'll notice it once I get going, as long as it's not on that side. On this side. There we go. Almost done. A couple just sticking out there, but I think we'll just stuff them in there. We'll cover them up with something. Bling, anybody? Hopefully they won't be too noticeable. And a couple there. Here we are. Not too bad after all that, is it? Actually, at the tops a bit. Just trim that bit off. Here we go. Plan A or plan B, plan D, plan E. Right, what did we decide? You want the big flowers? Wendy liked the big flowers. Anna liked the thin ribbon. We'll go the big flowers then, shall we? And we'll stick the little goldy bits on as well. And we'll put some little goldy bits on here. With the other little goldy bits. Uh-oh. Where did the other flower bits go? There's one. I'll lose them. There it is. I found it. It's okay. Never too far away, you know. Alrighty, let's do it. And put some glue dots on. My glue dot does not want to go down. Squash it on there. All right, I'm going to stick it. I think we'll stick that one on. Okay. Want a dark green one on as well? Light green? Any green or just another gold? We'll just go the gold. Too much with all that, isn't it? And then I think I'll put in, you know what we could do, put them on the flowers. Might put them on the red one. I'm just squashing those glue dots down a little bit. That way it gives them a bit of depth too. So we've used we've used 3 Sale-a-Bration things. We've used the gold foils. We've used the embossing folder and we've used the paper. Wow. It was a good night, wasn't it? Sale-a-Bration party. Okay, so this one here, I think we'll need to come out to the side more than that, or over the top of it. Oh, to come out the edges more. Let me have a look on the screen. Actually, no, I think I'll go over the top of it a bit. Over the top. Let's go over the top. Okay, now this one, I'm going to have to cut my little glue dot off because I don't want too much on here. Right, just stretched half a glue dot across there. And then I'm going to get the other half off my scissors. It's probably best to do this on your silicone sheet. And we'll just put the other one down here, I think. Squish it onto that bottom piece. So that we've got a bit to hold it on. And I'm just going to go across like that. And that way that'll hold that down. Push it in underneath there. You could put another one under there if you want to. All right, I feel like it's missing something. Anybody got any ideas? Good night. You need to go now. That's okay. Thanks for joining me. Luxurious, my luxurious card. I'm just thinking about sticking another piece of gold on them. I really like the gold. I feel like it needs something else. Maybe I'll stick that one on there. Yeah, I might put that one on. See you all. Well, I'm not quite gone yet, but if you need to go, that's okay. We'll just finish this one. Just going to use a bit of the glue and hopefully it doesn't show through too much. But I don't want these pieces to fall out of this bit. That's why I'm using it there. Stick that one on there. Yeah, I feel that finishes it off. Okay, here we go. And we've got all these other bits to play with tomorrow. When I get back, when I find my desk under all this stuff. Good fun. So we've got a half starter card. And we've got that one will finish tomorrow. Just leave all my little bits of paper. Oh, we didn't use this one yet, but we might put that under there. And I do that one. Might do that one that way. Oh, look. We'll see what happens. Alrighty. Thank you for joining me. Well, good night, everybody. I'll just straighten up my table. Straighten up the table. Straighten up the camera a bit. The edges of the table. Here's the piece that I die cut out. I'll just wish you all a good night. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks for helping me. It really helped. It really does make a difference. I love it. I come up with things I don't always think of. It's always nice to have that. Oh, it looks really shiny on the table there. Better put that one like that so people know we didn't finish that one yet. Cool. Thanks, Jill. I wish you all adieu. I could help to find my other screen. Go back to my screen and remove my spotlight so I can say goodnight. See you all next time. Ciao.